Hey, all you free spirits out there, how you doing? Wendy and Dave here, and we just did a video a few minutes ago about our new cookware, and Dave reminded me too that we actually got our new coffee maker.
Yes.
So
everybody knows if you're camping, you need to have coffee. And we're going to do a comprehensive coffee discussion.
Comprehensive coffee talk.
Later in another video. Well, I am. I've got all kinds of plans. I've been collecting data.
I see. He's been collecting data and
and
recording information.
But this came today, and we're very excited. We did a lot of research and found nothing really about this particular product. So we thought that we would share opening it up with you, and I'll talk a little bit about why we got
it. Because as we explained about the cookware, there was very specific reasons why we chose this one.
So this is the APOXCON multi-use 9-cup coffee percolator. Now there's a number of different ways that you make coffee, especially in the camping environment. This is one of them, and we're exploring multiple options.
And we love coffee.
But and that's going to be part of another video.
Yes.
Today we're going to open this up, and I will tell you right from the start, one of the things that we were looking for was the construction, having a glass percolator top as opposed to plastic.
Mm-hmm.
And being advertised as being able to be used over a campfire, which while most of them can, most of the stainless ones can, this one specifically talks about using over an open flame among all the other cooking
Dave's
methods.
a really good researcher.
And when I open it up, I will show you also the internal construction that I'm hopefully going to be happy about. So this is also stainless.
And again, the lid was important, that the lid was secure when pouring as best as possible.
So this is stainless steel 304 with a silicone handle. So we wanted
that was the other thing,
to be able to
the handle again, me and my handles.
And it was advertised as sort of like a fire resistant silicone. Now we don't plan to put this over an open fire, but you never know. So,
although we wanted something we could also use on the stove, on the wood stove.
Right.
So
and that does get pretty hot. So
very
would
hot.
you like to open it?
Okay.
And we have not opened this yet.
So that's one of the reasons why we wanted to do these videos like this while we're just opening them for real. Because again, we've done so much, research, like I'm sure all of you guys do on YouTube, and
I mean, it's packaged typically,
and yet there's not a lot of people out there sharing like their own experience and buying them, and this is really nice. I have to say right off the bat, my first impression is this feels really good. It feels,
another very important thing
yes,
that I forgot to mention, capacity. We need to be able to have at least 1 full cup of coffee each as soon as possible. So this is 9 cups.
Does anybody relate? Please tell me.
So a lot of times with these kinds of percolators, you can't really use all 9 cups, and we won't know until we actually try it, which we will do in another video.
So this is a 9 cup.
But this is
just
9 cup.
For the record.
So we're hoping, 8 cups for the both of us in a nice big mug.
But our mugs are big, so let me tell you guys, I don't know about you, but how many of you drink a 5-ounce cup of coffee?
That's my first sip. And then I need it to last a little bit.
So this was one of the reasons too. I wanted to be able to use the lid easily, and let me tell you, this feels pretty good. Like this lid. Now this is very secure. Wow. I was expecting the glass to be very loose inside of here, and it's not. It's really well
They should.
in there. Like it's
Now some people also say to loosen it a little bit.
Do they?
So it doesn't crack.
Yes, but
It does.
it does loosen
Okay.
because you have to take it out to clean
It does
it.
loosen it and come
But
off.
this is really, my first impression is this is really nice.
It does feel heavy gauge.
It feels really good.
And some reviews that we've watched on percolators in general, not this one, but they used a micrometer and measured the thickness. I'm not going to do that. I do have a micrometer, but I'm not going to do that.
And there's the basket. It's really nice. And you know, you guys, I'm a little old school. I grew up on these. This is like what my mom brewed. That's all we had before coffee, before drip coffees were, you know, invented. So yeah, I'm showing my age. But,
so the top does not come off, but it's very easy.
Yes.
And doesn't
It's
tilt.
heavy. It doesn't flop.
It has to be all the way this way before it even starts to open.
This is another thing that we were looking at through the reviews.
Holes inside, which you could probably see.
As you can see, we both
down.
like to talk, and you know, and this is not thin. You know, when I was young, I mean, I guess it was more aluminum, but this is really nice, you guys. I have to say, I'm already very impressed with the quality. Just taking it out of the box. So if you're wondering and wanted, you know.
So one of the things that I was looking for,
something similar,
which seems to be that this is meeting the criteria, that this part, which holds the coffee in, positively connects to the basket, but also, which I found on according to certain reviews, and they showed it, when this is in the coffee maker, this top sits on here and is held so it doesn't fall through or fall out when this is down, but that the top part doesn't stay sealed in the basket, so grounds could come out of the basket and get into the coffee. With this, the way this works, it seems to fit very nicely into the basket and also seals here without big gaps underneath, so little bits of coffee grounds that might percolate out into the top part are still not going to get into the actual coffee. So that was an important consideration, because many of the other, I'll just say popular name brand percolators had issues like that.
Yeah, this is really nice.
And the one last thing
I
was
like this handle, you guys.
the bottom.
Oh.
This was one of the few that I saw that had a completely flat bottom.
Oh.
Having a completely flat bottom means that depending on your heat source, you could accurately heat the whole area without, you know, if it had a little ridge and you weren't on the heat source directly.
Oh, that's right.
You weren't getting direct
It had
heat
a
transfer.
lip around the exterior, so there was a little, that, you know how it is with tea kettles, right? Where there's that gap.
So this will fit directly on the heating surface.
Yep.
So if you have a stove in the house, this is going to go right on it. The camping stove that we got actually has a round thing for kettles that fits over the propane burner to dissipate the heat a little bit better. This will work perfectly on that. And on our fire stove,
on the wood stove, the Winterwell wood stove, you
set it just on top of the stove,
and it has
and it's going to be right on the stainless
of
the stove. So that was another big criteria that I was looking for.
The handle for me, you guys, was one of the biggest criteria. I like this handle. And you know,
it's big enough, wide enough.
I kind of have big hands actually, but yes, I can fit my whole hand. It feels comfortable. The grip is nice. I didn't like the handles on a lot of the coffee pots, and I really wanted something big to grip on, and it just makes me feel better. I really, really like this so far. So we've been, you know, kind of timing boiling water and and which we'll share more. I'm sure that's part of what he wants to share with you guys later. But so I'm really excited to test this, and we actually have just your typical coil electric stove in the house, and so we're also going to be, testing it in there, timing how long it takes to boil on there, and so forth. But yeah, we'll keep you posted on actually using it, perking coffee, how, and everyone just says how good it tastes, and so yeah, we'll be talking about that too later, about flavor and all that, preferences. But
yeah, we make our own espresso, French press, and typical drip. And I think the French press is going to be the fastest
right.
that we have in the house with electricity. Which, if we're on electric, we might be able to take a
But
French
we're
press.
thinking about all the times when we are not.
Right. We want to be
electric.
able, if we're in the middle of the woods, we want coffee first thing in the morning, potentially when it's still dark out. So there are graduated lines here. This says 9 cups.
Oh, was
At
there an
this point,
indicator on the inside?
no,
I wanted to
no.
look at that to see
So,
if there was a.
let me
Oh,
just-
sorry.
So the 9 cups is well below the basket. And inside, you can sort of see the lines.
But always,
not really clearly, but they are there.
and you're always going to put it underneath the line, the holes anyway, so it doesn't boil
But yeah,
over.
so it looks to me as though that the line here is very close to the bottom here. So now you know if you want the full 9 cups, you just fill it until
it gets to
till you-
just below that line, or
until you
the pour spout.
are at the pour spout. So that way, very easy to fill, get pretty close. Obviously, we'll have to play around with how much coffee we're going to use, and every single grind and every single type of coffee is going to have its optimum amount of coffee grinds that you put in. We have a local coffee roaster in town here.
We get fresh roasted coffee
so-
delivered to the house. It
so
is
lucky.
so good. Literally, like
very, very thankful
Yeah.
to have that.
wonderful. Very close to us.
So
And this looks really nice with the cookware I just did a video on that I'm uploading now. So yeah, it looks really nice with the set. So
very, very excited to share this with you.
if that
and
means anything to anybody, but yeah, check it out.
they
I'm
match.
liking it.
So thanks for joining us, and we're going to be excited. If you're interested, let us know. If you want to see a video of what the coffee actually tastes like and the different methods, how long it takes to brew the coffee, and we're going to do some comparisons on even just brewing, how long it takes to actually, from the moment you start to the moment you can sip your coffee. See, I'm very excited. I'm very passionate about my coffee.
Cheers, everybody. So, okay, so all you free spirits, I hope you're enjoying all your new adventures and discoveries. And as always, we're always excited to share and learn and grow with all of you. And we're all on this splendid excursion together. So, happy being free. RV free, whichever you are, spirits, but we're all free spirits. Mwah, see you later.